today we are jumping right in and we are continuing the little series I've been doing. That's really not a little series because it's going to be very long. We are creating tiny homes for careers, jobs in The Sims 4. Basically, these homes are going to have everything you need to cater towards your career. So skill building items and maybe more. And it's going to be pretty and cute and something that you can download. I mean, I don't know that I'm selling it really well right there, but they're super cute. So far we've done a few: acting, astronaut, the athlete career, and today we are doing a babysitting job. Now, babysitters are part-time jobs, but there are quite a few part-time jobs in The Sims 4. There are 5 part-time jobs available in base game, island living, and high school years added some more. So I believe there's like 8 to 10 total. I believe it's 10, but you know, facts. Don't quote me. So I wanted to include these part-time jobs mostly because I want this to feel complete, like a complete series. Secondly, the next one we're doing is the barista part-time job, and I mean, I love myself some coffee, so we're gonna have to do the barista. And I couldn't do barista without doing babysitter. Now, all you really need for the babysitter job is charisma. Level 2 charisma will carry you through level 3 of this career. There are only 3 levels in this job. I keep saying career. I mean, you could totally make it a career. I mean, it's part-time. Why not? Why couldn't that be like all you aspire to do is take care of kids? I mean, I'm a mom. That's what I do. I don't get paid for it. Anyway, so there are 3 levels in the babysitting job. You can be a babysitter as level 1, level 2, you are a nanny, and level 3, you are a daycare admin. The most you can make with this part-time job is 48 simoleons an hour, which isn't bad. This leads into here. So part-time jobs were mostly for like teen Sims, but adults can work them too. But with this, my goal was to think of this teenage kid who lives alone. This is their house. Whatever that backstory looks like, maybe, you know, the parents passed in a kitchen fire. It is The Sims. You never know. Maybe you took the ladder out of the pool and built some walls around it. I don't know what you did. But this Sim is all alone. She is a teen. So this teen Sim is a babysitter, goes to work during the weekend, and on the week, during the week, she attends school. So even though this is a base game job, I decided to go ahead and put them in Copperdale. That is the high school years world. So it just felt fitting. The high school is not too far away from this house, but this house is a really cute. A townhome is really the kind of idea that I had for this. I wanted it to be fun, colorful, and just scream like youthful, bright, bubbly, and probably who you would want taking care of your kids, right? You'd want them to be like real energetic to be with your kids, have fun with your kids, if that makes sense. Anyways, I struggled with the floor plan of this because at first thought like, well, what if this was a daycare house? But honestly, the babysitting career job, whatever you want to call it, is a rabbit hole job. So basically your Sim goes, time flies, and then they come home and they've worked their job. So it doesn't actually have to be anything catered towards children. I was like, oh, well, I don't want to put the TV on a stand in the middle of the floor because a kid would knock it over. But honestly, it's The Sims that doesn't happen. And second of all, I lost my train of thought. And second of all, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be catered towards kids. There are no kid items in this build whatsoever. It is literally geared towards this teen. Now, we are on the 3rd tier. We are in a small home. My idea behind this, right, was I wanted you tiny homes because the first 2 tiers give you skill build faster. The 3rd tier does not. It keeps you in a good mood, it helps you stay focused longer, and your bills are cheaper, but it doesn't do the skill gain quicker, which is okay because this job only needs level 2 charisma, and that shouldn't be too hard for you to do. You can easily get that done. Ta-da, you know? So I really just wanted to have fun with this house, make it really pretty, cute, and have all the things. So that's where we go with it. The inside really just stays a huge work in progress the whole time. Think about it being an open concept house. And then I really changed into closing it off more and it being closed concept, which just worked out better for me in the end. I needed more walls for like the kitchen and living space. Right now you can see I put a toddler potty down, like in thoughts that this would be a place for kids. Once again, it doesn't stay that way. I get rid of the toddler potty, and the bathroom actually goes upstairs. The bottom floor is a living space. My first thought for this house was that I'd be real pack friendly. I don't end up doing that. I'm so sorry. I tried, but it just wasn't flowing. And then, I want to use plants from like the Blooming Room kit, and I want to use Clutter from the Clutter kit, and I wanted to use a bed from the high school years, and I wanted to use tiny living pictures, and I wanted to use so much. So unfortunately, I do go a little crazy with the packs. My apologies. We'll move to the future and I'll continue doing some like pack friendly builds. But for these, I just want to give them everything. You know what I mean? So this is really more of the layout of how the house is going to look. You're going to walk into a cute little yellow kitchen. And then if you walk down the hallway further, you're in the living space. I love the way a yellow kitchen looks. I think it's so pretty and just bright and sunny and a place that you want to hang out. But I really wanted to continue using bright, fun colors throughout this entire build. So we use so many pinks and purples, yellows, blues, and I even add some orange upstairs. So I'm just going through and trying to add things, put them in little groups, like which sofa chair combo do I want? And I end up going with these, and they're just so pretty. They are high school years, and I mean, I just love the like whole look of them. They've got the great color swatches. I do give your sim just a small TV. She does have a laptop upstairs if that like makes your heart happy. And then you know me, gotta layer some rugs because it makes my heart happy. I always feel super like comfortable when the layout is finished, because then it comes into just breaking it down almost room by room, getting the necessities down. And then when all the necessities are down, you can go in and add your clutter and your wall paint and your flooring and get this place looking like a home. And honestly, the flooring that I tend to gravitate towards is the City Living hardwood floors. They're kind of like on a diagonal. They're beautiful. I use them all the time. I should probably branch out a little bit, but they just seem perfect. But now we're just going to jump in real quick, and I'm going to add windows because that's kind of what was missing. A door to get into the bedroom, some windows placed around the rooms. And this is always a little harder because I have like a tendency to want to be like matchy and symmetrical. And you really just can't do that. Houses aren't like that. Like, yeah, there are houses like that, but honestly, your like typical house has windows in some weird places. So I kind of just like let go of how I was feeling about that and just placed some windows where I thought they looked nice and let it be. Also, I really like this little bump out in the back. I think it's really cute and just, I don't know, adds a little fun something, maybe. Now, this is where the bathroom ends up. You kind of walk into that upstairs area and your bathroom's pretty much right there. You're going to have a little nook with a desk and a laptop and, of course, the bedroom area. I knew pretty immediately that I wanted to do the Dream Home Decorator built-ins. They have a really pretty yellow swatch, and I really wanted to play into that, kind of continue up that bright, colorful moment that we were having downstairs, and make sure that this felt like a vibe, like totally teen, young person living here, living their best life, going to school, working, having a ball. I decided to go ahead and change up the beds because I wasn't feeling the bed that I had up there. And then I choose that green one with the yellow leaves, and it felt too mature in the long run. So it changes again. I used Nifty Knitting, the desk, and a little side table. I used that downstairs. I just think they're so cute and colorful. I can imagine a teenage girl like having her stuff and her knitting and her crafting area. I mean, it just is cute. Maybe not. Maybe she doesn't knit, but it's cute and I like it. I didn't actually put knitting stuff in here. I didn't think about it, but I put the tables. So I end up changing to this really pretty high school years bed. I do end up changing the swatch because the peach and yellow, pink, it just wasn't coming together for me as colorful as I wanted it to. So we vibe with it for a minute, but I do end up changing the swatch to this really pretty floral swatch. And I do know that that big window right there is clipping upwards. I'm fine with it. I didn't want it to clip into the roof of the bay window. So it clips a little. It's fine. No one's hurt. It's all good. Now this is the fun part where we get to kind of add some clothes in here, what that would look like. We're upstairs filling out the bathroom. I use this really pretty Parenthood bathtub shower combo in the little elephant swatch. I think it's fun. Keeps it youthful, right? And that's kind of the like whole vibe of this place. I wanted it young and vibrant and to feel like a teenage person is living here. So I've got that little nifty knitting table and I was like, what better than to put a mirror above it? Now that mirror is really special. You can get acting skill from it and you can get your charisma skill, debate, and one other. Oh my gosh, my brain. It's fine. It's fine. But that mirror is so special and it's really fun to use and it definitely adds that young feel. The wallpaper in here I struggled with. I wanted it to be fun. I wasn't sure that I wanted to go with a single color. I wanted it to be like a fun wallpaper. So I live with that like wallpaper upstairs for a little bit. I do end up changing it. As for downstairs in the kitchen, we used Home Chef Hustle wallpaper because it's pretty and like kitschy, and I do try to change it and see what that would look like. Maybe turn the kitchen pink. Nope, my heart's with the yellow. So we keep the yellow kitchen because it just felt perfect. At this point, I realized that I hadn't been recording, so I turned my OBS back on, and now you can see the hallway is like a seafoam green color. The living space is a nice like purple lavender color, and the kitchen has that really pretty green swatch from the Home Chef Hustle. I don't know what happened, but I cluttered up the little nifty knitting table that's in the hallway, and then I came back in a little bit later when I was like doing more decorating and everything on top of it was gone. I blame the staircase. I think that something happened with the staircase, if I'm honest. Don't know what happened, but so I have to reclutter it. So it'll look a little different in the end because I had to go in and reclutter it. And you know, your brain puts different things down. I don't always put lamps down, but I really like this lamp. I think it's so fun. I do change the swatch to more of a subtle swatch, but it's so much fun and I wanted to use it. Now I'm just kind of going in here and making my own collage. So you got that really great collage and I'm just adding things to it, shrinking them down. I do go in and move it over so that way I can have a functional bookshelf downstairs. But that was a lot of fun for me to kind of add to it and make this full wall collage. Getting some curtains in here finally. Love those curtains from the Modern Luxe kit. I use them often. And then in here, whatever was going on, the curtains didn't want to like click, but we end up using these high school years curtains and I think they're pretty. They've got the pink and the seafoam green, so they were perfect. Definitely vibing with the yellow, the peaches, and I mean, I really love the way this whole little house turns out. It's still got some things to come to it, right? My sister, I was showing her one of my sisters, and she was like, oh, the dollhouse. I'm like, well, it's not a dollhouse, but she associates like the townhome looking with the dollhouse, and I get it. And it's pink, so why wouldn't it be a dollhouse? But it is a house for a babysitter. But honestly, anybody, I mean, all of these houses that are in this series could be for anyone. I'm just making houses and adding skill build items to it. Definitely trying to cater it to the style of what that person would be. Like if we look at the astronaut person, I put the rocket in the back to be built. I put the observatory, and then I decorated their place with pictures of space. So, you know, there's things like that, obviously, where it's catered to that sim a little more than just any old house, but I think that makes it really fun and fun to play in. Now, this house is not play tested. I'm going to get in there and play test it, and I will change up what needs to be changed. It will be on the gallery, katxthrash, just like the name here on YouTube, just so you know. I wanted to kind of put that cute little like hot cocoa picture from Tiny Living and make it look like it's just sitting on top of the fridge, which I do that upstairs too, on top of the built-in, the Dream Home Decorator built-in. I decided to put some pictures up there too and just make it really cute. And I'm also realizing, while I thought I didn't have a bookshelf, I actually had one upstairs with the Dream Home Decorator built-in. I did put the bookshelf, so you actually have two bookshelves in your house. That's fine, totally cool. You never have too many books, okay? She's in high school and working. You never know. She'll go to college, whatever that looks like for this sim. She needs books. It's all good. This is always the fun part, coming in here and cluttering this up. I just pulled a bunch of clutter and was adding it to these shelves. I know sometimes it's a little glitchy and it disappears, but hopefully if you download this house, everything will still be there. If not, clutter it the way you want to clutter it. And then I love making like a little like makeup moment, because I know in high school I used to sit in front of my mirror and do my makeup and do my hair and just sit on the floor. I feel like that's like a rite of passage. Like I said, I really kind of struggled up here, okay? I guess I didn't have like a clear vision of how I wanted this space to look, and so that's why it's so all over the place. But after getting this swatch down, the floral with the yellow and the blue, things kind of start to come together a little bit more. It does take a moment, but it really does come together, and in the end this room is absolutely gorgeous. If you don't like orange, you may not like it, but we have some fun and add some orange into that room. It's worth noting that those tiny curtains, the little double paneled, match with those curtains right there on that wall, and they have the same swatches, which is so awesome and doesn't happen all the time, but was really great when I wanted to get in here and decorate this place, because right now we've got yellow. You saw me switch to the blue swatch. I end up switching them to a nice like burnt orange swatch, and it all matches, and that's so like iconic, because that's what you want, right? You want to have different curtains. Sometimes windows are all different sizes. When working in The Sims, you want to be able to kind of match those curtains so that it's not like all over the place. So that was really great, and like something I'm putting away to use for the future. This bathroom, we go pink on pink on pink on pink. Not really, but we do go ahead and put down that really great chevron pattern. Is just so pretty and really fresh. But let's take a moment and we're going to focus on landscaping. I'm a little all over the place. Sometimes you just have to sit, right? You have to sit with it. So we've gone in, I'm just taking a look at the big picture, getting some trees placed down, and I really wanted to use the movie packs pretty tree that has the hanging lanterns. I make it a moment. Just wait. It's so perfect. I put like a little blanket out there with some books. Maybe that's where she goes and studies or recreation reads. You never know. And then as for this, I just wanted to make it feel very fairy tale and whimsical, flowers and just so pretty. So we're going to go in and we're just going to use a ton of flowers. And you keep seeing me zoom out. That's me looking around the area, trying to decide what flowers are in the area. But in this like little downtown area, there's not a whole lot of like organic life, if you will. It's like flower boxes and things like that, so it's okay. We end up just doing our own thing and just having fun placing these flowers. I do the low-lying flowers, and then I go in with like wildflowers and the daisies, sizing them down a little bit so that way they're not like overtaking everything. Now I have an easel on the back porch and I have some plants just for some fun. You have your big trash can. I forgot to put a trash can in the kitchen area. I end up putting one right beside the back door before you walk out. So you do have a trash can inside. It is not in your kitchen, but that's okay. It's close enough. And here's where I'm kind of adding to this house. I mean, I don't know what teenager is going to live here, honestly. Who's got the money? Okay. Some teenage kid. I mean, couldn't be me, but someone in our fantasy world, in our life simulator, there is a teen who will love this house, and she will work as a babysitter, and hopefully she can pay the bills because it's a tiny home, so they should be reduced. I put lights around everywhere outside, and then now I'm just going in, adding some open books and just some book clutter in general. But I really hope you like this build. We're gonna just take a look at these screenshots, sit back, relax. If you like this build, you can get it for yourself off of the gallery. My EAID is katxthrash, just like the name here on YouTube. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, come back for more. I've got a long way to go on this series. We are just in the B's, going alphabetical order, getting these careers knocked out one by one, these career tiny homes. I hope you know I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you're having a great night wherever you are. Bye, y'all.